The 2025-26 Cricket Hong Kong-China season is underway and all the exciting Sunday action returns to Kowloon Cricket Club with all games broadcast live on KCC YouTube. Sunday, September 14, it's Sunday Elite Division 1 with the KCC Templars up against Jordan rivals USRC Elite. On Sunday, the 21st of September, Shanghai Cricket Club take on KCC from 10 a.m. Then in the afternoon, the KCC Maidens battle it out against CCC Fung Wong. And on Sunday, September 28, Premier League is back with KCC Men's Premier up against PACC Elite. All live on KCC YouTube. KCC, the heart of Hong Kong cricket. A very good morning and welcome to Kowloon Cricket Club for the 2025-26 KCC Morning League. We're back, Bushy with you, and it's the Titans versus the India Club Allstars in Game 1, Grade 1. Umpire Atif Hussain there on screen as the players come out to the middle. You can see on screen the Titans have won the toss, elected to have a bat, going out to bat. It's Haran Rawat and Venki's out there. Venkatesh. Once the batters are in place, almost ready to get underway. Another big, great season ahead of us here at Kowloon Cricket Club for Morning League. We've got Grade 2 tomorrow as well. We'll be playing on Thursdays and Fridays this season. Rather than Wednesday, Thursday as last season. Players are almost ready. We're almost ready. It's almost ready for our new countdown. Umpires are in place. Players are in place. Awais Rahman to open the bowling for India Club All-Stars. Heron on strike. Here we go. We're underway for season 25-26. Starts with a full one, and it's been played onto the off stump, and that's the end of wicket off the first delivery of the season. Awais Rahman strikes early for India Club All-Stars. Rawat departs for a golden duck, and the Titans are none for one. You could see the look on Oasis' face there. He knew that was a pie that should have been deposited into the swimming pool pavilion. In the end, it was deposited onto the off stump. Sometimes you get wickets with bad balls. He's going to take it. It's in the books as a wicket. An early wicket in grade 1 for the KCC Morning League. Iftikhar Ahmed coming out to the crease very early on for the Titans. The sun breaking through the clouds and the trees. There's a few clouds around, but plenty of blue sky as well. Should be fine for a nice day of cricket, if not a little warm and sticky. A few changes in the field for Iftikhar. Deep third's been moved around to a backward point out on the ropes. Also a fine leg, the two outside the circle. Awais again. That was nice and fast and just outside off. Hitting the pitch this time. I'm not sure Iftikhar's going to fall for the full toss onto the stumps. So back to usual programming for Awais. Quick arm action again, right onto that off stump, defended. Still looking for their first runs here, the Titans. Good to see a couple of KCC members watching on from the pavilion, top left of screen. First game of the season, really. We had a couple of warm-up games and Japan University against CHK Dragons, but this is the first game as part of the 25-26 season. Another one eased to mid-off. Onto the pad, dragging down the leg side. Final delivery. Again, into the thigh pad this time, and we're going to start the season with a wicket maiden. Awais Rahman for the India Club All-Stars. A wicket and 5 dots in a row to round out the first. The Titans, none for one. Roshan Yadav. There we go. Didn't miss a ball. You can see on screen wicket maiden to start with. What's Roshan got? Right arm over the wicket. First runs off the bat with a bit of a push from Venki. That deep third backward point has come inside the circle and they've put a long on in place. Roshan keeping the length back, keeping it out of the slot for Iftikhar. So they get a backward square, a forward square, the long on, mid-off, cover, point, gully, slip, and that should be it, I think. There might be a deep mid-wicket, perhaps. That's straight. Can't get past mid-off. Tries to cut away 3-point this time. There's my 11th player. I knew there was someone I couldn't see in front of the tents in front of our broadcast area. There is a deep mid-wicket out there near the Titans dugout. Yeah, a bit of grip and rip for Roshan. Eating up the dot balls. It's a little rare for Iftikhar. Faced 9 deliveries, yet to get off the mark. He's going to get off the mark here, though. Picks a gap between backward point. Goes between the point and gully fielder. Races away down towards the boundary cafe for 4. First boundary to round out the second. The Titans are 5 for 1. A waste to continue. Off his wicket, Maiden. Big, thick leading edge down to deep third. Again, Venkatesh finding a run off every ball he's faced, which is only 2. Ruins a string of dots from Rahman. Good Yorker length and very good piece of fielding with the boot. Just flicks it up to himself. It was hit hard and straight. I think mid-on and mid-off were converging to cut that one off anyway. Looking a little more set now, Iftikhar. That boundary relieving the pressure at the end of the previous over. Over the top, straight over the top of Point's head for 4. Again, powerful. A little risky, a little aerial, but gave it plenty. Up and over the top of Point for 4. Now we're starting to see the Iftikhar we remember from last season. The 9 dots in a row was rare. Strong, powerful hitting on that offside. Not so. It was a gift as well. As always, dragged it well outside off. Better, but this time pushing it onto the pads, a little bit on leg stump this time. A single out to mid-wicket. A good fight back from the Titans after losing that wicket off the first delivery. He's taken a single off the 2 deliveries he's faced so far, Venkatesh. That is not going to be a single, though. That was in the slot, and it was delivered. A big one up over the top of the swimming pool pavilion. Stand and deliver. That was huge. Might take a while to recover that one. I'm not sure where it went. Might have gone up on the top of the swimming pool pavilion. Morning League boss Afzal Hedda is heading up to the top of the swimming pool pavilion to see if we can recover the ball. Can't be losing a ball in the 3rd over of the season. Well, we have a little break in play. We might have a little look at the KCC Junior program. Join Hong Kong's premier junior cricket program at KCC, catering for all ages from under 5s right through to under 17s. The KCC JCP also has a dedicated girls program for all ages. Scan the QR code to sign up today. Still taking sign-ins for the KCC Junior Cricket Program. If your young son or daughter would like to join, scan that QR code and it'll send you to the sign-up page. Come down and join all the kids during the week enjoying the JCP here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Ball recovered. It's been a big over. He went for nothing off his first. He's gone for 12 off his second so far with one delivery remaining for Rahman. And again, goes aerial up over the top of mid-on this time. No long on in place. And that's going to trickle into the boundary for 4. Massive over for the Titans as they move into the 20s. After 3, they're 21 for 1. That 6 from Venkatesh was so big it cleared the swimming pool pavilion and ended up in the pavilion's namesake, the swimming pool. Had to dry that one off. Roshan to continue. Cutting away hard again, but this time point right up to the challenge. Not putting anyone out in the deep on that offside, which is risky. We've seen how powerful Iftikhar has been already. They're preferring to go with the long on and mid-wicket out in the deep. So he goes up and over the top of extra cover instead. That's going to go all the way down to the training nets for 4. He scored 3 boundaries of his 13, and they've all been on the offside. Do the Allstars make a change? Do they put some protection? That said, he goes over point, he goes over extra cover. There's only so much you can cover. This was beautiful. Cleared the infield, cleared the legs, used the wrists. Back live. He's going to punch it straight back to Roshan Yadav. Smashed it into cover, like literally into the cover fielder's shin, and it almost ricochets all the way down for 4, but picked up just inside. They'll gently jog back for... How many did they get there? 2? Yes. That one's going to be an owie. It's going to be a shin bruise. Tries to flip it onto the leg side, rarely, and can't beat forward square, who I believe, looking out there, should be the captain, Vikat Kapoor. Waits on it, dribbles it to Gully, who doesn't judge the spin off the side of the bat, so it gets through for a single. A decent over for the Titans, 7 runs come from the 4th. They are 28 for 1. Awais Rahman to continue. A tale of 2 overs for him. Wicket maiden in the first and then going for 16 in his second. Looking to break this now 28-run partnership. Trucking along nicely inside the power play. 2 overs remaining of that power play. Well, they put the cover out in the deep at deep point, and it didn't matter. He's just picked out the gap, but backward point, another 4 to Iftikhar. He's raced to 20 off 20. He was 0 off 9, and now he's 20 off 20. Back live. He's pushed that one around on the leg side and found a gap. It just eased that one backward square. No big hitting that time. It was just all finesse, using the speed of Always. As it pushes onto the leg stump and eases it around the corner. Get to see the replay here. There it is, just a little flick of the wrists. Beats forward square and backward square. Picked the gap nicely back live. Always looking to give a bit of chin music perhaps, but it's still outside off. That time, Iftikhar not managing to find bat on it. Deep third and deep point for Iftikhar, which I think is wise. You can't put 3 out. If they could, there'd be a deep extra cover as well, I'd expect. More chin music. More chin music and cheeky from Venki. Scampers through for a bye. Keeper obviously set well back. Again, strays onto the pads, can't do that. Now, instead of keeping it along the ground, Iftikhar goes aerial, up backward square for 6. Another big maximum and another big over off the bowling of Always Rahman. 15 off it so far. Still 1 ball remaining. Watch this. Venki this time. His second maximum. Just uses the wrists. Look at that. Pretty to watch. What does Always do now? Venki seems to have his number. He scored 1 off his first ball, 1 off his second ball, and he scored 16 off the next 3. 2 maximums, and I'm guessing a boundary. Oh, back to singles. He's going to retain strike. Another big over comes to an end. 16 runs coming from the 5th. Titans, 44 for 1. One over left to the power play. We'll have a look at the India Club All-Stars playing 11 for today. We were going to see Muhammad Anis Khan, but he's been replaced by Roshan Yadav, who we saw bowl over number 2 and 4, but not 6, it looks like. Mehran Khan to round out the power play. He's in the side as well. Nitin Bansal, Dubey Dharmendra. Samay Sahal is the wicketkeeper. Mehran Khan with ball in hand. Ricky Singh, Vikat Kapoor, Abid Khan, Rahman Always, who bowled the first over, and Akash Yadav rounding out the playing 11 today. And that is the first dot ball to Venkatesh today. It's a good start from Mehran. Deep mid wicket. Wide-ish fine leg in place, but not going to be able to do much with that as Maran drags it down the leg side. Venkatesh says, thank you very much. I'll take my third maximum of the day and bring up the 50 in style. Titans, 50 for 1 on the back of Venkatesh's third maximum. He's liking it on the pads. Drag it down leg. It's going to go. And this one went a long way. What a fight back here from the Titans in the power play, losing a wicket on the first delivery. But now a 50-run partnership between Iftikhar and Venkatesh. Dropped it short and uses the wrist. He's going to get that to spin away for 4 as well. Not going to be able to chase that one down. Plenty of top spin, cleared the infield. Let it do the rest as it raced down the hill towards the Boundary Cafe here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Plenty of width, outside off, shortish, bread and butter for Venkatesh. Has he given the ball a touch up? Venkat here. He's hit that many boundaries. He might put the ball out of shape. Doesn't help he put it in the swimming pool as well. On the pads again, but he's going to pick out that wideish fine leg on the ropes. So just take the single. Another big over already done. 2 balls left to the power play. At the moment, the India Club Allstars struggling to figure out how to break this partnership. Little wayward bowling has helped the Titans. Of course, you can check out all the action and all the stats at KCC Match Centre. Just type that into Google, KCC Match Centre, and you've got the full scorecard up as well. Could see all 3 stumps when that one hit the pads. Be through for a leg by. Now, Myra. Myra Baloch, of course, is in scoring with us again this season, thank goodness. I don't think there's been a wide or a no ball so far in this power play. Yet 56 runs on the board, so every legal delivery, no extras. And it hasn't mattered. That one's come off the boot as well, and it's going to go for 4 to finish off a big power play for the Titans. They're 60 for 1 after 6. Saturday League returns to Kowloon Cricket Club this September, live on KCC YouTube. On Saturday, September 6th, it's the KCC Tartars up against Lama CC. On the 13th, the KCC Crusaders take on Diaspora Little Saiwan Sky Warriors. Saturday, September 20, the Saracens up against the Strikers. Then Saturday, September 27, the KCC Crusaders take on the USRC Lions. All live broadcast. Oh, outside the power play, we said no extras inside the power play. The captain, Vikyat Kapoor, into the attack, and he starts with an extra. Calls of catch it as it's spooned up in the air. No catching available. Outside the power play, let's have a look around the field. There's a deep cover point. Long on, long off. Deep square leg. I'm assuming there's a deep mid-wicket somewhere lurking in front of the tents that I can't see. Dropped in short and smoked just crunched down towards the red tractor. It's ricocheted off the training sheds and gone all the way down underneath the scoreboard. That was hit powerfully. 38 off 12 now. Venkatesh Bimini is in a mood today. Given width outside off, picks out a gap on that offside with nobody out in the deep. Goes aerial again. It's not going to carry all the way out. And a misfield is going to allow 4. That's gone straight through the legs. Myra, whoever that was, they're not going to be impressed with you switching the cameras on them because that one's been caught on camera. And it's going to be on the replay as well. Straight drive kept along the ground. I thought it went a bit aerial, but it's straight along the ground. And waiting through, missed it back live. And cheeky quick single straight to the fielder, but they're through quickly, keeping the runs ticking over, rotating the strike. Iftikhar going a runner ball. Venkatesh 43 off 14. End of another big over, 16 runs coming from it after 7. The Titans are going at 10.86. They're 76 for 1. Maran Khan continuing. 15 off his first. Just a single to start the second. Going to need a wicket here. I see Allstars. They've got a formidable batting lineup, but they want to be chasing 200 plus. Oh, I tell you what, Venkatesh wanted to put that one in the swimming pool again, but he knows he missed out. It was short. It was there to be smashed, and he just got a bit of an inside edge onto the pads. And now trying to stay out of the arc too far. Another extra. Well, he's going to put another one over the ropes for a maximum. Myra, how many's that? 4 now. 4 big ones. 5 little ones. 49 off 16. Can we see our first half century of the 25-26 KCC Morning League season? We've already seen our first wicket maiden. It'll be a well-deserved half century if he can get there. He's not going to get his half century here because that's wrapped into the thigh pad. Takes a single. And with that single, Venkatesh brings up the first half century of the season in game one. 50 off 18. Look at that strike rate, 277.78. He's hit 5 fours, 4 maximums, rounds out the over. All the 8s for the Titans. Lucky 8s, 88 for 1 after 8, going at 11s. Vikat Kapoor continues, and he's been dispatched. Venkatesh finds another boundary. He's 6-4 as he moves to 54. And just an easy single. Rotate the stripe back to Iftikhar. He's coming along nicely, 32 off 29. Nothing compared to the Venkat show. Venki 55 now. Iftikhar back on strike. Shuffles all the way back in his crease. Picked that one up about 3 stumps outside off. That's a good piece of fielding though. 2 combining. Flicking it back in. Saving 2. More runs, more boundaries. Iftikhar now up to 38. He's hit 7 fours. He's hit more fours than Venki has, but no maximums just yet for Iftikhar. He's shuffling all around the crease to find boundaries, though. That one is Not called wide. I'm not sure why. It was very, very wide. But in the end, there we go. We're up to 99. They were going at 11s and they got another 11 that over. Now 99 for one. Massive partnership for the Titans. Still not even at the halfway mark. It's the first week of the Hong Kong 2025-26 cricket season and Kowloon Cricket Club are part of the action. On Saturday, it's the first week of the Hong Kong 2025-26 cricket season and Kowloon Cricket Club are part of the action. On Saturday, the KCC Tartars take on Lama Cricket Club live from 1 p.m. on KCC YouTube. The juniors are also in action with the KCC Cyclones up against the Lantau Cricket Club in the under-15s competition at PKVR Reservoir. And in under-19s action, the KCC Tornadoes take on HKCC Nomads at GDB. Change in bowling. Dubé into the attack. $100 runs up with that wide. Benke on the offside. He's going to get that to run away down the hill as well. Too fine for the gully. Backward point region. 100-run partnership. 100 runs up. It was going to be wide if it wasn't cut away for 4, but taking full advantage. And again, there's a fielder out there, but it doesn't matter. It cannons into the side of the training nets. Another maximum. Venkatesh into the 60s. This is a big cut shot. They had the deep extra cover out there. Didn't matter. It was too big. Got it to 10 and just waited on it. Now this one could be interesting. That's down the throat of that extra cover fielder and the wicket falls. That's the end of it. A 110-run partnership. Venkatesh out for 65. What a knock from Venkatesh Bimini. But Dubé strikes. Abid Khan with the catch in the deep. He was not in the action the ball before, but this time he did not have to move. Ajay Chacko coming to the crease at number 4 with the innings repaired. He's got a bit of a platform, but there's still 10.5 overs remaining. They don't want to lose some cheap wickets now, the Titans. Of course, the India Club Allstars would love a few cheap wickets right about now. Get them right back in this game. He gets a full floater one, outside off, pulls away on the leg side forward of square. Oh, Iftikhar this time. Again, Abed Khan out in the deep, but he can't cut that off. Another boundary. A wicket's fallen, but still 16 runs so far this over. Another ball remaining to get us to the halfway mark. Runs are plenty. Now Iftikhar can take over from where Venki was. Another 4, his 8th. We go one ball to get us to the halfway mark. 115 on the board already. Oh, it's ricocheted off Dubé. So they'll take a single and Iftikhar will retain strike. After 10, we're halfway there. The Titans, 116 for 2. Ricky Singh into the attack for the first time today for India Club All-Stars. We ran through the playing 11 for India Club All-Stars. We should probably do the same service for the Titans. Let me find my message from Captain Hitesh Chabria. We've already seen and very quickly departed Haran Rawat, who was out first ball. Venkatesh out as well. Ajik Chako in the middle with Iftikhar Ahmed. Also in the side today, Arun Desai, Ramakrishnan Saranga, Shashank Chandru, Giri playing today as well. Jafar Khan, Shamsha Singh, who is going to wicket keep today. And the captain, of course, I've mentioned, Hitesh Chabria. That ball was in the air for an extremely long time, but there was no square leg in place, only a deep square, so it falls safely. Angie just trying to get his eye in for the new season. Solid start from Ricky so far. A little wide on this one, but gets away with it with protection at backward point in the deep. And 3 singles. Apart from that wicket maiden to start with, there hasn't been very many low scoring overs so far. I'd say Ricky's probably lucky he had a brand new batter in there who's only faced 2 deliveries before that, because that was short. And if Venkatesh was still out there, it'd be another one in the swimming pool. Gets away with it, so it's all the poles at the moment. 4 singles. And that's exactly what should have happened to the last one, but the inform Iftikhar, he's been out there for 38 deliveries now. Bangs that up over the top, backward a square, raises his bat for a half century as well. The second one of the innings, 51 off 38. 8 fours, and his first maximum to bring up the half century. This was a gift from Ricky. And Iftikhar doing that thing he does, which is pull a long way over onto the leg side to attack the short leg side boundary. Goes right across to the offside, I should say. So after 11, the Titans 126 for 2. That was a very good delivery from Dubé. It was expensive in his first, but did generate a wicket. That one he got to get plenty of turn. One got plenty of turn, but it started on the tram line and kept on going. So have to re-bowl. Well, took a few, but this time Chaco does not miss out. Gets the full one and takes it for 4 forward of square. Full again. The only change this time is I thought it went for 6, but umpire Imran Arif suggesting it just hit before it landed over the rope. Oh, that was almost an umpire killer. Umpire Atif Hussain, who doesn't have the best of backs, had to do some evasive action, and I think he's actually strained the back there. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he's okay. Probably the last thing he needed to do with an injured back is, but it's also better to have a sore back than a cricket ball to the head. So now has to do some exercise, waving the arms out. Another big over. He got the breakthrough, but he's been expensive here at the moment, Dubé. But then, when he does that, he bowls a perfect delivery. Two balls left. He got lucky on that one. Oh, no, it didn't actually. It dipped. He gave it plenty of air, and it's just dropped on Chaco. Now, they're the good balls. They're the ones that can generate wickets too, with plenty of revs on the ball. The sky's up in the air. Oh, another one. Like him going very straight. Picks the gap between the two fielders. And through it goes for 4. Another big over comes to an end. 14 runs coming from the 12th. The Titans are 140 for 2. Ricky Singh to continue, bowl the 13th. Well, Iftikhar's missed that. The keeper's missed that. So it's going to be a dot. Tough low down chance, but the stumping was on. Oh, that was a gimme, and it could carry out into the deep, but it doesn't. One bounce. Really probably should have been taken, just falling short. Another life for Iftikhar. He waves and nods out to the fielder out there. Putting a square leg and a deep backward square in place. He's bringing long off inside the circle. That's dangerous, the way Ajit Chako's been hitting straight. But he has brought long off into mid-off. And then he just keeps it inside the trams. Good start to this over as well. Ended up going for 10 in his first, but he started with those 4 singles. That's the protection. A very straight long on now. Tidy again. Just 2 singles off his first 4 deliveries. Can he close this one out, Ricky? They're going to run as it goes straight to backward point. Take a single, yes. The very maximum, unless he bowls an extra, he's only going to go for 9. I see Allstars would take it over under 10. It's been a while. Been few and far between. And it should just be a single. Ajit Chako will retain strike as he jogs on through. So 4 singles, tidy for the 13th. The Titans 144 for 2. Roshan Yadav back into the attack. Bowled over number 2. Oh, handy little flick back there. In the end, I think they only got a single. They thought it was going for 4. It wasn't. Iftikhar chasing down Venky's 65. It's got through the infield here, but it got a little bit of a hand on it to slow it down. It won't make it to the boundary cafe. Come back for 2. That maximum, of course, bringing up the 150 as well for the Titans. Just his second maximum for Iftikhar. Just, I say. He's 63 off 46. Tries to go up in the air again. This could carry into the deep, and it does carry, and it's been put down. Mehran Khan had that one. but then did not. Iftikhar will take that one and move to 64. End of the over. Should have been a wicket. Wasn't a wicket. 156 for 2 after 14. Follow us on our socials here at Kowloon Cricket Club for all the latest information. Facebook, Instagram, X and on YouTube. Scan the QR code today. Six overs remain, 156 on the board. Does he pick the gap? He does. Splits the gap between deep square and deep backward square. And is now the highest scorer for the Titans today, surpassing Bimini's 65, moves to 68 with his 9th 4. Marvellous innings. Remember, he started with 9 dots. And then the next 39 deliveries have gone for 68. That's it. He should have been out last over. And now a bit of frustration in the field. It's going to allow an overthrow single. Now there's a 50-run partnership as well. It's all going on. The 4 brought up the 50 partnership between Iftikhar and Chako. Now 51. Oh, it was a drag down. Chako just happy to take the single and rotate. Clever probably, as Iftikhar's in a mood now. 200 plus in game 1 seems very likely here for the Titans. And then tries to be inventive. Goes the reverse, misses it all. Ricky says, "Ye miss, I hit," middle stump. That's the end of a fine innings. Iftikhar out for 69. The 3rd wicket falls for the Titans on 162. Probably the most deserving of the wickets, Ricky Singh. Yes, last over going for just 4. Went for a boundary off his first. Got revenge eventually. Got the big wicket of Iftikhar out for 69. That will bring Arun Desai to the crease at number 5. New player in for the Titans this season. Most of the names I read out familiar from last season. And with the luxury of a new batter, Ricky's dished up a pie, but good running from Ajit Chako. Pushes back for a second. Very quick between the wickets, and Arun Desai just learning that right away off his first delivery. Much better length this time. Perhaps, well, definitely hitting outside the line of off. Survives, end of the over, a wicket and 8 runs coming from the 15th. 5 overs remain, 7 wickets in hand for the Titans. They're 164. Roshan Yadav to bowl out. Final over for him. Starts with a single and a second single to Desai. Just slowing down a touch with a few wickets falling. Run rate tick under 11 now, 10.83, but they're still on target to get above 200. The psychological barrier in the morning league. Well, most T20s, to be honest. 200's a good score. Ajit Chako's put it up and in the air. Ricky Singh takes a catch in the deep. A nice catch to dismiss Ajit Chako. He departs for 20. The Titans lose their fourth on 166. Well judged catch out in the deep from Ricky Singh. So he's in all the action. Takes a wicket, then takes a catch the next over and get the IC Allstars back into this game. Nice little cameo, a half-century partnership for Ajit Chako. Leaves on 20. Jafar Khan comes to the crease. Number 6. Can they restrict the Titans to 190 perhaps here, I see All-Stars? I'd certainly like to. Maybe even 180, but it's going to be a tough task with 2 new batters at the crease. Jafar Khan can hit a very big ball. He's going to take a tip and run single to start with. And the throw not in time, so he gets through and off the mark immediately. Desai with a nice little push to cover point. Another single. So a wicket and 8 runs coming from the previous over. A wicket and 4 runs so far this over with a ball remaining. Final delivery for Roshan. And it'll be another tip and run single to finish it off. 5 runs and a wicket. Roshan bowled out. 4 overs done. 1 for 29 for Roshan Yadav. A handy spell from him, bowling over number 2. Had to bowl 2 overs in the power play. And remember how big hitting that was. He gets a high five from Ricky Singh, who took the catch to get the wicket. Now Ricky takes the cap off, and he's going to bowl out. 1 for 22 so far. He sends Roshan. No, he tells Roshan, come back inside to mid-off. He doesn't want a long off. He wants a backward square outside. No mid-on in place, so long on has to come in and pick that one up. Another single, though. It's been a while since we've had a boundary with the wickets falling. A 4 from Iftikhar back on Ricky's previous over, first delivery. So now gone 2 overs without a boundary. That one's not going to make the ropes either, as long on cuts that one off. It's Awais Rahman down there at long on, I should say, with a big strong arm in. He's got plenty of ground to cover. Also having to make sure he can cover long off. That one's used the wrists out to deep cover. Tidy, tidy, tidy. Can the Titans find a boundary or 2? 3.5 overs remain. That one's hit straight to deep cover again, so no boundary there. They're going to run a ball. Literally this over as well. 6 off 6 for Desai, 4 off 4 for Jafar. And that one's dropped on him. A good delivery from Singh. Slower one to finish off with, and it's just swept out to deep square for a single. So 5 poles and a dot for Ricky's final over. He finishes with 1 for 27 off his 4 overs after 17. The Titans 174 for 4. First time today, Abid Khan into the attack, bowling over number 18. Now we've got a boundary. That is a stand and deliver punch. Arun Desai hitting the little red tractor. No extra cover out in the deep. He's just punched this one beautifully. Straighter this time, so Roshan can cut that one off at a wide-ish long off in front of the scoreboard. Okay, 180, 2.5 overs remain. That's going to be a drag down delivery from Abid Khan, and blimey, he got away with it. Jafar was again looking to put that one into the PLA garrison behind the swimming pool pavilion. Missed out. Abid gives him a second go at it, and he still misses out. It's getting on. It's hard to judge, it seems, for Jafar. He's getting pinned down here. Gets that one in a better slot. Work to do for a waste. He can't get around a cow corner, so he gets a boundary to finish with. After 18, the Titans are 184 for 4. The 2025-26 Cricket Hong Kong China season is underway, and all the exciting Sunday action returns to Kowloon Cricket Club, with all games broadcast live on KCC YouTube. Sunday, September 14, it's Sunday Elite Division 1 with the KCC. Vikat Kapoor to bowl the penultimate. I'll start with a single down to Yadav at long off. Swinging hard again, just dribbles out forward of square. 10 legal deliveries, 186. Myra, what's your prediction? From here, where do the Titans get to? 195's her call. Well, they're going to be there very quickly with that one, because that's a big maximum backward of square. Well, basically straight over square leg. You can't change your mind, Myra. 195, you're now saying 198. I'm thinking 205. The good thing about this new microphone is it can't hear anything you say, so I don't have to listen to your rubbish. I just can relay what you do say and don't. 203 for Myra, 205 for Aaron. 192 on the board, 9 legal deliveries. They'll be upset if they don't get over the 200 from here. Titans 6 wickets in hand. They've got wickets to spare. I think Jafar wanted to have the strike there, but sent back by Desai. 2 balls left on the penultimate. Scoops this one out. Wide of long off. Roshan is there, so it's only a single. I'm still 12 runs away. So, need a boundary here, for my prediction at least. It's not going to be, though. It's only going to be a single again to Yada in the deep. End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. So you can get 11 in the next. I'll be right on track. After 19, the Titans 194 for 4. Final over, the death over. Always Rahman. Started with a wicket maiden. Went for 31 runs in his next 2 overs. What can he do here? Very quick onto the pads. A leg by to start with. The grind is on. Is 200 still on? Can India Club Allstars somehow manage to keep this under 200? Well, that's going to help a great deal, because that's going to be wide +4 and bring up the 200 for the Titans. Now 5 balls left. For the 4th different guess from Myra, she's moved to 206 now with that rank wide down leg. Before that delivery, I was actually going to mention that Away should perhaps go for that rank full toss that got him a wicket off the very first delivery. I think he might have tried that, but he's just sprayed it so far down leg. Nobody could stop that one. Okay, 200 up, 5 balls left. Fast and into the thigh pad hip region. Come back with a nice dot. Oh, might have been a little higher than the hip, rubbing the belly there, to say. Doesn't quite time this one, to say, so he gets a single. 3 balls. A 4 and a couple of dots would be good for my 205. Jafar, 12 off 13. Well, we're all wrong, because that one's smashed. That's gone all the way. 207 for 4. Myra, he's got 4 numbers wrong so far. Still trying to guess. I'm not even going to bother. Gone past the 205 mark. Two balls left. 207 on the board. Jafar. He hasn't got all of this one work to do. I think it's the captain that's taken the catch out there, is it? Vikya Kapoor. And that's the end of Jafar for a fine little knock of 18. He goes. The 5th wicket falls for the Titans on 207 with 1 ball left. Giri gets the job. Second wicket for Always. That was a good judge catch. Not going to lie. Vickard had to run all the way from the circle, almost 3/4 of the way to the fence to grab that one, taking the catch running backwards in the air. Had plenty of top spin on it as well. Okay, let's finish off innings number 1, game 1, KCC Morning League. They're going to run, and they will get through for a bye. And that'll do the first innings with the Titans. After 20, 208 for 5. Let's have a look at the batting and bowling cards. Myra. It's a very good-looking batting card for the Titans. Heron Rowat out, first ball of the game, first ball of the season. But then Venki and Iftikhar putting on a magnificent partnership. 65 for Venki, 69 for Iftikhar. Achiki, 20 for Chako, 20 not out for Arun Desai, and Jafar chipping in with an 18 right at the end. 208 on the board for the Titans. The bowling card for the India Club Allstars. Couple of wickets for Awais Rahman, 2 for 43. 1 for Roshan Yadav, 1 for 29. 1 for Dubey, 1 for 31. And Ricky Singh with a catch and a 1 for 27. We're in the innings break here, live from Kowloon Cricket Club, game 1 of the 25-26 season of KCC Morning League. Join us in around 5 minutes' time. It's the first week of the Hong Kong 2025-26 cricket season, and Kowloon Cricket Club are part of the action. On Saturday, the KCC Tartars take on Lama Cricket Club live from 1 p.m. on KCC YouTube. The juniors are also in action, with the KCC Cyclones up against the Lantau Cricket Club in the under-15s competition at PKVR Reservoir. And in under-19s action, the KCC Tornadoes take on HKCC Nomads at GDB. KCC, the heart of Hong Kong cricket. umpires heading back out to the middle here in Game 1 of the KCC Morning League. Aaron Bush with you. Innings break done. 208 on the board for the Titans. The India Club Allstars will need 209 for victory. Game on. Innings number 2. Live for a Thursday at Kowloon Cricket Club. Ahmed Khan and Nitin Bansal out in the middle. Nitin starting with a good one out deep. Picks up 2. Chandru with the ball in hand. Punching hard on the offside. Work to do. Racing away down towards the training nets. Boundary. It'll get there. 4 runs. First boundary for the India Club All-Stars. This was nicely played away on the offside. Pick the gap between cover, extra cover. Now they're going to do a bit of ball chasing. Leave the deep cover out in place. Also got a long on. Well, they don't have anyone at square leg, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because that's gone up and over the top of the netting and gone for a first maximum. Ahmed Khan racing, 12 off 3. Chandru putting it outside off. Ahmed Khan does not care. He's going to pull that one away over the top of umpire Imran Arif at square leg. Umpire Atif Hussain doing the officiating for the first 5 overs from the bowling end. Now forces the error from Chandru. Looks like we're going to have a big scoring first game here. 208. Can India Club chase that down? They're trying hard. That's mishit. Falls safely though. Just wide of the mid-wicket fielder. It's Giri there at mid-wicket. Cameo of one delivery. Come in for the last ball and ran a bye. Now Nitin on strike. First delivery for him. And it's a dot to start with. Calls a catch up in the air. Iftikhar Ahmed takes the catch at extra cover. The first wicket falls in the first over again. India Club lose their first. Bansal out for a duck. They're 14 for 1 after 1. Easiest of catches for Iftikhar. So Nitin departs. Giri to bowl over number 2. The big hitting Hamid Khan back on strike. Miran Khan to the crease. Number 3. What's the field set up here? There's a forward square in the deep. I was going to say they're missing somebody outside the circle, and it's going to be long on going back. So nobody forward of square on the leg side inside the circle. Very strong offside field, and that's exactly where Hamid Khan decides to find a single. Rawat comes in off the boundary from forward square, picks it up around mid-wicket, right on the edge of the circle. Miran face his first delivery. Full Yorker length, squirts it out. But only as far as Iftikhar Ahmed again at cover. So that offside, they've got third inside the circle just off to the left of screen. A backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off. That one's going to go to cover again. Six-3 offside field for Giri. It's working so far. Again, onto the offside. They're going to take a cheeky single. A direct hit was gone. Was not going to get there. Throw just a little wide. They scamper through for a single. Shamsher Singh with the gloves on for the Titans. Slower ball. It goes up off the top of the pad, and it'll be a very tidy over to start with from Giri. Just the 2 runs coming from it. After 2, the IC Allstars 16 for 1, netting another 193 at 10.72. Chandru to continue. Calls a catch. It's skied up in the air. I don't think anyone's going to get there. Nice 9-iron. Stops. Plugs on the circle. They had a mid-on. And just before the start of that delivery, they pushed mid-on back. It's unfortunate because that would have been a catch. In the end, it's a single. Hamid Khan back on strike. He liked that first over. He's going to go the charge. Longest part of the boundary, though. That's plugged as well. It just picked up in front of the side screen. I'll get back for 2. Was it 2 or just 1? That was a fine example of what happens when you don't run because you think it's going to go for 4. That was in the air enough to run 2, probably a third in the end on the arm. I was watching the ball, so I wasn't watching the batters run. Takes the pace off it a little bit here, Chandru. And again, that packed offside field keeps it to a dot. Titans tightening the screws in the power play. Just 4 runs coming from the last 10 deliveries. Even less, 12 deliveries, including a wicket. This time, could be runs, work to do in the deep. I can blindside it, I can't see it. I think it's got there. That breaks the string of ones and dots. Handy for the India Club All-Stars, much needed. So they start to form a new partnership, these two. 8 off 11 so far. Tries to scoop it out and then has to get back in time, just in time. Singh gets to the stumps. 6 runs coming from the third, halfway through the power play. India Club All-Stars, 22 for 1. Giri to bowl a second, very tidy in his first. There's 2 singles coming from it. Ahmed Khan slowing down after that powerful first over. That's a confident appeal for LBW. Turned down by umpire Atif. And then rolls the wrists over it, keeps it just inside the tram for another dot. Went awfully close to stepping on the stumps with the big pirouette there, but it's got through everybody. Wait for the call, bye. And that run rate required now up over 11. Early days, wickets in hand. Plenty of batting to come for India Club All-Stars. Cut, and cut well. It was in the air, but kept it backward of point. Finds the boundary. Again, much needed. Relieves the pressure. Back live. There's a charge. There's a chance of a catch out in the deep. Harun Rawat gets underneath it and takes the catch, and another wicket falls, and that's a 10 for Maran. In the end, he goes, I see, lose their second on 27. It's a well-judged catch from Rawat, coming all the way around from deep mid-wicket, sort of around to cow corner region. And that's the end of the dangerous Maran Khan, but the dangerous Akash Yadav comes to the crease at number 4. Hamid Khan still out there. Giri gets his first, went for a boundary, then gets revenge. Left-handed Akash Yadav to the crease, forcing the changes into the field. They've put a deep mid-wicket. And that's the only one outside the circle I can see. Backward square, no fine leg. Giri will have to get his line right immediately. And does so. Good way to close out the over with a dot. 5 runs coming from the 4th. I see Allstars 27 for 2, needing another 182 at 11.38. See the run rate. Very high in that first over, getting him in the game, but it's really pegged back now. Chandru going to bowl a third here. 1 for 20 off 2. He went for 14 in his first. Heading the right direction. Got a wicket in that first over as well. That is very lucky not to be a wicket. Oh, he went to the wrong end. Hamid Khan was gone for all money. Direct hit at the bowler's end. I think the call was to go to the non-strike to the striker's end, but the wickets were wide open. Haji Chacko missed out there. It was in the air and almost a catch, and then it should have been a run out. Hamid Khan living dangerously, survives. Akash Yadav back on strike. Wow. That's massive. A fast full toss, uses the wrist straight out of the middle of the bat, up and over the top of Little Red Tractor, over the top of the sheds. I think it's hit the fence of the Cox's Road playground and then ricocheted back down. That's how big it was. It's almost going to upset the grannies in the Cox's Road playground doing their morning exercises. Watch this. Bang. Outside off. Can't bowl there. Well, we can't bowl that full at least. Saw that Giri bowled a beautiful Yorker length to Yadav first up, perhaps trying the same. He's got to be right on the money. No fine leg in place, as I said. So if Chandru manages to drag it down leg, Shamsher Singh has got a lot of work to do to try to cut it off. But he could just do that, bowl the channels, keep it inside, pick up the dot. These two crucial wickets for the Titans. They want to defend the 208. Both of the batters out there in the middle can easily change the game. That's going to be a no ball because that was well over waist height. Signalled by umpire Atif Hussain from square leg. Imran Arif puts the hand up. So a free hit coming up. Took the single, so they've switched the field for the right-handed Hamid Khan's free hit. He kept that one inside. He hasn't kept it on the pitch. Back-to-back no balls. Now they can't change the field. Place that one nicely just on the new pitch that Hamid Khan and the team at KCC preparing for this year's season. Now that is a very good free hit delivery. Keep it outside off. Keep it full. Pick up the dot. 10 off the over so far. Still 2 balls left. They've got runs to play with, though, the Titans. That's close. If there's no inside edge, it's a leg by. That was the replay. I feel like that was possibly out. It survives. And they finish off, I think, with a single. Confirmation of that one. 5 done, 1 over left to the power play. I see Allstars 39 for 2. They need another 170 at 11.33. That was a handy over, 12 runs coming from it. There's the Hong Kong. You can see lots of red towers in the Hong Kong. They use only the 2 bowlers in the power play here, the Titans. Geary to bowl a third. I mean, why wouldn't you bowl Geary again? 2 overs, 1 for 6. Miserly. 1 for 6 and went for a boundary in that as well. But he's got the dangerous Akash Yadav on strike. Staying over the wicket. And gets that angle across. Nice. Another dot. Change of umpires after the 5th over. Imran Arif now officiating. Charges, it's up in the air. Ajit Chaka running back. He can't get to it. Makes up for it with a direct hit. Threw it to the right end this time, but Muhammad was safely home. Living dangerously, I see All-Stars. Plenty of aerial work. Nothing really holding out apart from that one in the deep. And again, goes aerial, goes over the top. It's the captain sitting there at a third inside the circle, picks up the 4. Geary must think he might be a chance of a wicket here. That's the second time Yadav's gone aerial. Not too far away from finding a fielder. They've got a deep square leg. I feel like for Yadav, a deep mid-wicket probably be a better option. We'll see how we go. Geary now again to Yadav. Well, wouldn't have mattered if I had a mid-wicket or a deep square leg. He's gone backward of square for back-to-back 4s. The races away down towards the Kowloon Cricket Club Boundary Cafe. Now starting to get his eye in and pile the runs on here, Yadav. That one was easy pickings off the hip. Leg stump, didn't get it to push across the body. 2 balls left to the power play. This current time, 55 for 1 for the Titans. They're going to pick up the 50 with a single. There it is inside the power play as well, same as the Titans. Staying on track. 50 for 2. And another boundary. This time, Ahmed Khan. Big over to finish off the power play. 15 runs coming from it. After 6, I see Allstars 54 for 2. They need another 155 at 11.07. It's the first week of the Hong Kong 2025-26 cricket season, and Kowloon Cricket Club are part of the action. On Saturday, the KCC Tartars take on Llama Cricket Club, live from 1 p.m. on KCC YouTube. The juniors are also in action, with the KCC Cyclones up against the Lantau Cricket Club in the under-15s competition at PKVR Reservoir. And in under-19s action, the KCC Tornadoes take on HKCC Nomads at GDB. KCC, the heart of Hong Kong cricket. We have lots of exciting action here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Live on Saturday, it'll be broadcast. The Saturday div game, the Tartars. Jafar Khan's going to bowl the first over outside the power play for the Titans. Ignore that little flat blue line. That just means we've started the next over and doesn't count whatever happens this over. Comparison, 60 for 1, the Titans after the power play. 54 for 2, staying on track. Outside the power play, what have we got? We've got a deep point, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off. Long on, oh, long off is very wide. Oh, what a cracker of a first delivery from Jafar. Brings a smile to his face, that one. So it should. Beating the outside edge of Yadav. Toe of the bat, poke. Gets out into the deep, and they're going to run. That's good running. They take 2. Keep the singles and twos coming and pick up the boundaries where they can and stay in touch here at the Allstars. Oh, too much turn that time from Jafar. More extras in the books from the Titans than there were from the India Club All-Stars in that power play. Cut away, beats the fielder at point inside the circle, but not the one in the deep. Hit it too well this time for just a single. Oh, another one of those pivots from Hamid Khan. Keeps it nice and fine and picks up a 4. For the first time. Now that strike rate still sitting at around 150. Well, exactly 150 with that boundary. Popped up in the air, calls of catch. The only person available to catch that one, umpire Atif Hussain, who I think desperately wanted to take the catch, but he'll have to wait until he turns up in some Morning League and Masters League games later in the season with his mighty Gladiators. Yadav back on strike. Tip and run. Giri set back deep, so another single to finish off the over. 10 runs coming from it. Partnership up to 37 now between Hamid Khan and Yadav as the score moves to 64 for 2 after 7. Bimini to bowl over number 8. Had a great day with the bat, 65. Can he do it with the ball as well? If he can, the red-hot favourite to win player of the match, which we will announce at the end of the game, like always. Yadav single onto the leg side through square. Who have we got playing tomorrow, Myra? It's grade 2, that much I know. All focused on game 1 at the moment. Another single out to the deep. Tomorrow, live from 7 a.m. on KCC Morning League YouTube, it will be Standard Chartered Bank versus IRC Charlie Bears. And if you tuned in last year here on KCC Morning League YouTube, you'd realise IRC Charlie Bears is a new name. Cut away and picked a gap beautifully. Again, 4 runs. Yadav powering away, 28-16 now. That's going to be a great game. Standard Chartered Bank, IRC Charlie Bears. Calls a catch, but no catch available. Another boundary. Runs flowing freely here for IC Allstars on the bat of Akash Yadav. And the IRC Charlie Bears tomorrow, they're replaced, but pretty much the same. Going to be a similar side to the Royal Avengers from last season. Just new name, new players as well. Well, telling you, and I'm telling the Titans right now, if they don't plug that hole at backward point, India All-Stars are going to chase this down because that's 3 fours in the same spot. Akash Yadav says, if you're going to bowl it there and you're going to have the field set as you do, I am going to take you for 4 and a 4 and a 4. 50 partnership up between Hamid Khan and Yadav. Yadav contributing the vast majority, of course. 36 going at 200s now. We've seen 2 half centuries already. And the All-Stars are going to need 1 or 2 themselves to get there today, you'd think. This time, Fuller and only punch to Giri, but another good over comes to an end. 14 coming from it for the All-Stars. They're 78 for 2, needing another 131. And now under 11, 10.92. Jafar to continue, 10 off his first. Hamid Khan, who we haven't seen much of. And there's the pivot again. Not out. Pleading from Jafar. It was very high on a tall man. Probably outside off as well. Hard to tell those ones when they pivot, unless you sit and watch it on the replay. It's never quite sure exactly which part of the pivot the ball is hit. I've got a fair idea where that one hit, considering the actions of Hamid Khan at the moment. Slight delay. He's back. And a handy dot to start with. Oh, that is absolutely smoked. No doubt on that one. Smashed it. And again, goes very straight, goes straight through the legs of Jafar, but protection. Anji Chako keeps it to 1. Now, Akash Yadav back on strike. Sweeps, but can only find the backward square, waiting for the sweep. Punch into the hip from Akash. Feels like he missed out there. He'd gone a metre either side. It would have been 4. Tip and run, pushes it into a vacant cover region. Chandri does the fielding from point. So keeping the runs ticking over. That run rate required, just creeping back up over 11. Well, that's going to be a dot as it pushes to Geary to finish off the over. 7 runs from it, 9 done, 11 remain. I see Allstars 85 for 2. They need another 124 at 11.27. But on the back of this 58-run partnership between Hamid Khan and Akash Yadav, Allstars still in this one. Sankara Ramakrishnan into the attack for the first time today for the Titans. Saranga, I should say. Saranga Ramakrishnan. I got dyslexic with my R's and G's. Saranga into Hamid. Does the pivot. Gets all of it this time. And that's up and over the top. Starts with a maximum. Just the start. Back live and pushes for an easy single through mid-wicket. Left-right combo, making the Titans work in the field. It's getting warm. It's getting hot out there. Baking sunshine, blue skies. Lots of humidity. Let's go have a look what the weather is at the moment. It's exactly 30 degrees in Jordan. 30.0 to 75% humidity. All I can say is I'm glad, Myra, you and I are up here inside the swimming pool pavilion where it's nice and cool. Still bragging, Myra Beloach, that after the game she's off to Waterworld. Hanging out at the beach in Phuket wasn't enough. Now needs to go sit at the swimming pool of Waterworld. Well, that's nice. Calls a catch, but nope, no catch available there. Another boundary. We saw Akash Yadav going big and quickly. Now it's Hamid Khan starting again into the 40s with this boundary. Might have noticed if you're looking in the background there, Anka Vashishta coming to have a look-see. Even though this is now an India club side, Anka Vashishta, of course, plays for the Sky Warriors. We'll see them in action. There's some Sky Warriors game coming up next week. I think it's a grade 2 one. So I won't see Anchor in that one. And all the first month's games are sitting there on KCC Match Centre. Google that. Pull up the first link. You can have a look at this game, video highlights and scoreboard, and also check out the fixtures upcoming, all the games at KCC, in fact, including the Tartars game coming up on Saturday, live broadcast. Oh, goes the sweep. Had it on the legs and says, thank you very much. I'm going to give that some. Big over comes to an end. Saranga going for 17 off his first. Halfway there, 100 up for IC. After 10, they're 102. Needing 107 in the final 10. Comparison, the Titans were 116 for 2, but they did slow down in that second half. And these two out in the middle said they're dangerous. There's the worm. You can see it tapers away a touch for the Titans. And the India Club now starting to climb back up. Looks like Aji Chaco is going to bowl over number 11. His first over today. Remind me, Myra, Aji takes wickets. He was taking wickets last year. He's scoring big runs, but he's also taking a wicket here or there, so dangerous bowler. $75-run partnership. Hamid Khan on strike. He's not far away from his half-century. There's Yadav at the non-striker's end. This is scooped in the air. I don't think it's going to carry. It's not. One bounce for a single. Those aerial ones just not going the Titans' way so far today. Now, this is going to be a good battle. Aji Chaco, Akash Yadav. It's not going to change. It's going to stay over the wicket. He is plugging that backward point. Much squarer than the deep third that was there before. Square leg, mid-wicket, mid-on, mid-off. Or long on, long off, I should say. Tip and run. This is going to be close if he picks it up, which he doesn't. And on the misfield, they'll come back for a cheeky second. Well, that just rubs salt in the wound. That should have been a run-out chance, and in the end, it's a 2. Won't impress Aji. .44 off 24 for Akash Yadav. Uses the wrists, has protection, a deep square leg, takes a 1. Well, these two couldn't be tighter if they tried. 45 off 27, Hamid Khan. 45 off 25, Akash Yadav. Gone past the halfway mark in the runs, though. Just 103 now required. Still sitting around that 11 per over required. Hamid Khan on strike. Swings hard. We'll find a single out to deep mid-wicket. Well, that one's been crunched away backward of square. Moves to 49. All Stars, all the poles. 1-1-1. for 2 with 1 ball left in the 11th. This is a dot ball. We'll have 1-1-1 after 11. You know how much I like weird numbers. It's unlikely I'm going to get my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we go. Oh, big appeal from Aji. It's probably hit him outside the line of leg. Aji asking the question. Yes, it was a leg by, so that's not 50 for Akash Yadav. And if we'll go back and look at the replay there, Aji Chako, I think you'll find that umpire Atif got that one bang on. Bimini back into the attack. Feel like he was a bit expensive. He was 14 off his first. Hamid Khan with that 2 leg buys instead of 2 runs to Akash. Does Hamid get to the 50 first? A boundary will do it. Well, that's not going to be a boundary. That is going to be Venkatesh's first wicket. Straight on to the off stump, then smashing into middle. Big wicket in the terms of the game. Ends a massive partnership. Hamid Khan departs for 46. 3rd wicket falls for India Club on 1-1-3. That's a perfect delivery. Played over the top of it. Fine innings, comes to an end. 46 to Hamid Khan, opening the batting today. Samay comes to the crease at number 5. Venkatesh keeps bowling like this, so I've still a chance for my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round of applause from the Allstars dugout down below our broadcast area for Hamid. Now a new partnership needs to form. 96 off 53. Another quick delivery. Keeps it inside the trams. Goes the Yorker length. We'll get it out to Iftikhar at mid-on. Comes in from long on. Gets off the mark as well and rotates the strike back to Yadav, who didn't mind the bowling of Venkatesh in his first over. Is he going to go around the wicket? I'm assuming he will. Now can Yadav find the half century? It's deserved. 49 off 27. And he will get it. eases a single out through mid-wicket. 50 off 28 deliveries. What a fine knock. 7 fours and a maximum. Strike rate 178.57. He's done it nicely. Kept India Club All-Stars in the game. Samay back on strike. Tidy over so far from Venkatesh. And again, fast outside off dot. All this means that India Club All-Stars dragging back again on the comparison. This point, Titans were 136 for 2. Goes the Yorker length. That's timed beautifully. Had the fielder out at deep extra cover. It was only 2 or 3 metres to his left, but the timing on that from Samay to finish off the over. 6 runs and a wicket coming in the 12th. India Club All-Stars 119 for 3. They need exactly 90 at 11.25 from here. What's the timing on this? It's beautiful. Adichako to continue into a second over. Went for 9 in his first. Yadav taking him for most of that 9. Close appeal, turned down right at the end of his over. So they can resume the battle now. Changes. He's not going to keep a deep backward point. Yes, he is. They're going to send one back and deep third as well. So Chaco's thinking he's going to push it across the body. No, they're not putting the deep third, just a backward point out in the deep. Here we go. This one onto the hip, pretty much off middle. Scooped out towards mid-wicket for a single. All the build-up at the battle ends. We said we saw him on the top of the screen walking around, now joining us in broadcast, standing next to me. Anka Vashishta, just saying hello. Dropping by, saying hello to Myra, an India Club player as well. When are we going to see you out in the middle in Morning League? What team are you going to play for in the Morning League?
Morning League?
Yeah, Morning League. I want to see you out here in Morning League. I'll get another scorer and you get out there and play. If the All-Stars are short, bring in the left arm quick. That is Myra Baloch. Speaking of women's cricket, a couple of weeks from now, I think the 21st, we have our first KCC Maidens game here, and we're going to broadcast it live against CCC Fung Wong. A massive double header. In the morning, KCC are playing Shanghai Cricket Club in a T20. That's the men's, and then since I'm going to broadcast that, I might as well stick around and broadcast the Maidens versus Fung Wong in the afternoon. Oh, I say, Samay swat. Had the fielder there. If it captures on camera, it's just off camera. It was just hit too hard, went straight through the fielder. It's Geary out there. He just too much power. Oh, it went all the way. That's what happened. They thought it was a chance of a catch. Samay, he's looking dangerous. It's not where he was aiming, but he's going to be happy with the result as well. Back-to-back sixes. The short boundary, a deep third. Swing hard. Use the pace of Adichako and see where it lands. And that one, again, lands over the top of the rope. This is going to go down to the wire, I think, Myra. It's going to be a very close first game of the season, which is exactly what we want. If you're tuning in, make sure you share the link with your friends here on KCC Morning League YouTube. Oh, swings hard. It comes not off the middle, almost Straight to Jafar. Gets away with it with a single. Big over. 14 runs. 13 done. Look at that for the threes. 1-3-3 for 3 off 1-3. There you go. 76 off 42. That means 10.86. It's been there all day and they've managed to keep it going. Yes, I was saying, if you're tuning in, share the link. Make sure you get your friends to subscribe. Get a notification each time we go live here on KCC Morning YouTube. And, of course, the games I was talking about, Shanghai versus Kowloon Cricket Club and KCC Maidens versus Fung Wong. That will be on our sister channel, KCC YouTube. You can find that as well. We're broadcasting lots and lots of cricket this season. Not just broadcasting cricket. I heard a rumour that the 8 for 52 podcast is coming back. I saw something on Instagram last night.
I did too.
You did too, Mara?
Yeah.
Did you notice there was something, little weird thing down in the bottom corner? As we watch Jafar back into the attack. Calls a catch. Catch taken. And that's the dangerous wicket of Samay. Caught in the deep by Aji Chacko. And the fourth wicket falls. I see. 133 for 4. Samay departs for 18. But that's a massive wicket. He was looking dangerous. Yadav now needs somebody to stick around with him out there to chase these runs down. Ricky Singh comes to the crease at number 6.
Who was it caught by?
Aji Chacko with the catch in the deep. Safe pair of hands. He was never going to drop that one. Deserved wicket for Jafar. 1 for 17 now. Yes, so I was saying, did you notice on that little Instagram story there was a little bit down the bottom corner where it said it's going to be on CHKC YouTube?
Yeah, I did.
Interesting. Is there going to be a vodcast perhaps? Is there going to be moving pictures, not just voices as it has been for the first 2 seasons? We'll have to wait and see. We'll see who's hosting it as well. It's going to be exciting. I certainly saw it last night on the 8 for 52 podcast Instagram story. It's still there.
Like a whole YouTube podcast. Like that.
All right, Ricky Singh. Comes prodding forward and almost... He turned around to see if his wicket was still there. It was.
Podcast like sofas here.
This is a very good over for the Titans. And Jafar. Apologies there. It's been 34 overs. Oh, that's big. Smashed. All the way for 6. He'll be glad my voice came back in time. Back live. And it's a chop down from Ricky. Finish off with a single. Not entirely sure that was the wisest of singles because it'll leave Yadav at the non-striker's end of the over. A wicket, 9 runs coming from the 14th. India Club Allstars, 142 for 4. Looks like the captain's going to have a bowl for over number 15, Hitesh Chabria. He's a good late death over bowler for the Titans. We've already seen the big hitting from Ricky, and we know what Yadav can do. 67 off 36. Run rate required 11.17. 6 overs remain at the same time. 156 for 2, the Titans. Full, and Singh punches it out through cow corner. Ramakrishnan does the fielding, takes the single. Yadav back on strike then. He's probably got to take the lead here now, Akash. 66-35, he can do it. He's going to have to farm the strike. Straight up, pushes it to extra cover. Aji Chaco inside the circle, keeps it to a dot. Ones and dots starting to put the pressure on Allstars. Hit hard and uses the wrists, but this time it'll get cut off by Gary. So just a single. Tidy start from Chabria. Teetering on being that 2 runs per ball required. Ricky Singh will take the extra there. No ball. That's pressure relieving for the All-Stars. A free hit coming up for Singh. You're going to need to re-bowl that free hit as well as that one goes down leg. 3 runs for the India Club All-Stars. They'll take them. Oh, and that's a very good free hit ball from Hitesh. Turned a lot as well. And it was the dip that deceived Ricky. That one's going to be too wide though. The balls that have been inside the channels have been very good from Chabria. Just straying with 3 extras. Goes the faster one. Work to do. I don't think this is going to get cut off. It's going to go for 4. Another pressure relieving boundary from Ricky Singh. Partnership 18 off 11, which is exactly what they need at this point. 1 ball left to the 15th. See this one. Pivot. Back live. That is big. 150 comes up with a 4, and then I'm back again through that mid-wicket region from Ricky Singh. So powerful. Big over. It was a really tidy over, and then all of a sudden it went for 15. After 15, India Club All-Stars 157 for 4. They need 52 at 10.4. Saturday League returns to Kowloon Cricket Club this September, live on KCC YouTube. On Saturday, September 6th, it's the KCC Tartars up against Lama CC. On the 13th, the KCC Crusaders take on Diaspora Little Saiwan Sky Warriors. Saturday, September 20, the Saracens up against the Strikers. Then Saturday, September 27, the KCC Crusaders take on the USRC Lions. All live broadcast on KCC YouTube. Haji Chaco. 2 overs. None for 23. They were thinking of 2, but it's time to well out into the deep. Can only find 1. Yep, it is time to share this game with your friends, family, anyone that loves cricket, because this one is going to be tight. 51 off 29, still 6 wickets in hand. Been quite the run chase, chasing down 208, 209 for victory. Ricky Singh is going at 2 a ball, 20 off 10. And extras just helping India Club out here. Got it down to the half century now required, 50 off 29. Obviously, Aji's been watching and knows to keep it out of that arc of Ricky. He can go big and very big on that leg side. Too far outside off with that last one. And that's hit hard, but won't beat the fielder in the deep. So another single. Bit lucky there with the full toss. We've seen that Singh has liked to punish the full tosses. And gets that one off the pads, nice and fine. More runs for Yadav. Easy runs as Chaco's put that right on his pads. No fine leg. Short boundary. Akash Yadav says that's a tick in every box. Thank you very much. How many forwards has he hit now? 8. $45 off 27. Oh, that has gone onto his stumps. It's taken the bail off. What an extraordinary way to lose your wicket, but he has to go. That's a massive wicket in the terms of the game. Yadav out for 57. India Club lose their 5th on 164. It was full and a little bit of a dip. Mishit from Yadav, and it's just dribbled onto his leg stump. Any fainter and it would have not even knocked the bail off. Watch it, just bang. And a pumped up Haji Chaco gets the massive wicket. Akash Yadav departs. India Club now with their strike batter back in the dugout. One Yadav departs, another Yadav, unrelated, heads out to the middle. Roshan Yadav. He joins Ricky Singh. Now, Ricky's probably going to have to farm the strike. And he should at 21 off 11. New into the side, I believe, Roshan Yadav. First time for the Allstars. And a late inclusion for Muhammad Anis Khan. What can he do? He bowled well, bowled the second over. Picked up a wicket. Now he's got to find 45 runs with Ricky Singh in 4.2 overs. Haji Chaco. And first delivery defends. It's a win for the Titans. A wicket and a dot. It's pegging it back. Trying to push that run rate required back up over 11 at one point. The start of Hitesh's over, it was creeping towards 12. And it ducked all the way down to the mid-10s. It's now 10.8 required. Oh, that could be costly. That's a drop catch. Haji Chaco knows it. The keeper knows it. Shamsher Singh, the keeper there. And he's just sort of crocodiled at it and got it on the top of the fingers. Well, chance goes begging. Archie Chaco could have had 2 in and over. Instead, he got 1. 7 off the over. 4 overs remain. What's the tail of the tape here, Myra? 11.25 required in the final 4. That's 45 runs required. Bimini back into the attack. 2 overs, 1 for 20. He bowled that beautiful delivery onto the off stump. Was it Hamid Khan he bowled there? So we wait for Shamsher to return. He's back. Ricky Singh, 21 off 11. He's got 2 maximums to his name. Bimini's going to have to stay out of that arc. But he'll be wanting to attack that off stump. That's how he bowls. Here we go. 4 overs remain. 5 wickets in hand for India Club. 45 runs required. Perfect outside off Yorker to begin with. It's death bowling. Dots as valuable as wickets at this point. For the Titans, that is. Not really optimal for the India Club All-Stars, of course. Oh, he's charged. He's scooped it up over the top. Not going to make the boundary, though. Good coverage. It didn't really time it to perfection. So it's a single. Now, Roshan Yadav should have been out last over. He's still out there. Can he capitalise on that chance? Guide All-Stars to a memorable victory. He's shying. He's swinging hard. Work to do in the deep again. Again, it will be cut off just in time. Who's out there, Myra? Is that Iftikhar all the way over there? Deep cover? Thank you. Confirmation that I'm not as blind as I once thought. It is Iftikhar, and that's why he's doing so well out there. Very good fielder, covering a lot of ground. Ricky Singh back on strike. Well, we talked about Iftikhar and being a good fielder. Oh, my goodness. There's some commentators' curse because that went straight down his throat. He's bobbled it. He almost got it on the second. He has indicated that perhaps he was looking straight at the sun trying to catch that one, which I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It is a morning sun, and that's exactly where it was. It was skied in the air, but another chance goes begging for the Titans. Singh dropped on 22. Bimini should have had a second. But as it stands, it's just 4 runs so far this over. And it's now over 2 runs a ball required. Can Singh capitalise on his chance? Blimey, that's a very good delivery. Singh did everything he had to do to just keep it out. Otherwise, it was going to rattle middle stump. I'd say by his standards, Venkatesh's first over was a little poor, but I've certainly enjoyed overs number 2 and 3. Of course, he was out there in the middle for a long time as well for his 65. Pushed onto the leg side. Jafar comes around from deep mid-wicket to cow corner. They were thinking of running, but maybe not a good arm to be running on. So they take 1, finish off the over. Just 5 coming from it. 3 overs remain. 40 required for the India Club All-Stars at a 13.33. Giri to bowl over number 18. 3 overs, 1 for 21. He'll be bowled out after this. think he was something like 2 overs, 1 for 6, Geary, and then got spanked in his third over. And that was what was happening when Hamid Khan and Akash Yadav were going big. Now he's got Ricky Singh on strike. 6 balls remaining in his spell. And it's swing and a miss onto the leg stump. Geary strikes, the 6-wicket falls. That's the end of Ricky Singh for 25. India Club All-Stars, 169 for 6. Tries to get down and punch it onto that leg side that he likes so much, but he missed it. And it's gone straight onto the leg stump. Geary gets a second. And the Titans are now in the box seat, putting the pressure on the All-Stars. It's a big total to chase down. They were looking pretty comfortable there at halfway mark. But now 40 off 17, 4 wickets in hand, starting to get into the lower middle order. Abid Khan comes to the crease. He gets a full one and gets a run off the first delivery. Okay, now they've got 2 batters out there that have only faced 4 deliveries and 2 runs between them. It's a tall order for the India Club All-Stars. Both teams, of course, would love to start the 25-26 season with a win in Grade 1. Slower ball from Geary. Pretty much deceived Roshan there. Up in the air. I don't think it's going to carry. It doesn't. It pitches just outside. Toe with the bat. Probably saved Roshan there. Had plenty of players out in the deep waiting for the catch. Abid Khan back on strike. Oh, another good delivery. Wasn't? Oh, that was awfully close to that off stump. Didn't get a replay in on that one, unfortunately. It was awfully close. Another slower ball out of the back of the hand, full toss. Just hit straight out to Harendra Rawat in the deep. Ends a very good over. Wicket and just 3 runs coming from the 18th. 2 overs remain. 37 runs required for the All-Stars. Can they get there? It's going to be 18 and a half and over. They're going to have to hit big. Geary's bowled out. 4 overs, 2 for 24. Ajit Chacko gets the penultimate over. 1 for 30. He'll be happy if this over only goes for 10. These 2 out in the middle. Not quite finding the middle yet. Of the bat, that is. Abid Khan on strike. Well, he found the middle of that one. I didn't even hear that one land. I think that one's departed. That may have left the building, that one. That was huge. Yeah, that one has left the ground, left the building. So I have to get a replacement ball. That's a good start. That keeps the All-Stars in it. 178. So I need 31 off the final 11 legal deliveries. That time rolls the wrist over it, gets the dot. Titans fight back. 31 off 10 deliveries. Oh, very good again. Keeps it just inside. Nine balls left. Gets bat on this one, but it's not going to find the boundary. It's only going to be a single. $30 off 8. Can't see that happening, Myra. Unlikely. Not impossible, but pretty close. Pretty close to impossible. Again, rolls the wrists over it nicely. Keep it outside the arc. Gets the dot. Said he'd be happy if he went for 10 this over. He's gone for 7 so far, Adji. Can he finish off the penultimate? Hot, hard work out there in the middle. Well, that's going to help. Big up and over the top. Makes it all the way. Finishes off with a 6. Still in this. 24 required off the final. ICC All-Stars are 185 for 6. Here we go. 24 required. Who gets the duties? I would say it's Venkatesh. Yeah. Myra and I are suggesting that. Okay, this game's not done. Umpire Imran Arif has just issued a slow over rate penalty of 1 over. So India Club All-Stars now need 19 off the final over. You can see on screen, that's the, let's say it's a discussion out there, but I'm sure it's quite heated between the Titans and umpire Imran Arif. So we'll have a slight delay here. But as it stands, you can see the score's now 190. The penalty has been logged. That means 19 required for a victory, 18 for a famous tied game in Game 1 of the 25-26 season. It's the first week of the Hong Kong 2025-26 cricket season, and Kowloon Cricket Club are part of the action. On Saturday, the KCC Tartars take on Lama Cricket Club live from 1 p.m. on KCC YouTube. The juniors are also in action, with the KCC Cyclones up against the Lantau Cricket Club in the under-15s competition at PKVR Reservoir. And in under-19s action, the KCC Tornadoes take on HKCC Nomads at GDB. KCC, the heart of Hong Kong cricket. Okay, the penalty stands. Venkatesh gets the over. 19 required with the penalty in place. Here we go. Oh, that's a very dangerous no ball to start with. So it's going to be a no ball and 4 and a free hit. Blimey, that one's just come out of the hand all wrong from Venkatesh.
They might as well just win.
14 required off still 6 legal deliveries and a free hit coming up. Look at that. Well, another one of those, you'd be taken out of the attack. Now we've got a game on our hands. We thought there was no way the Titans were going to lose this one. The Allstars now need 14 off 6 legal deliveries. Free hit. They've taken 1. They want to run on the arm of Jafar. They shouldn't. They don't. 13 required off 5. Roshan back on strike. He's hit 1 maximum so far. That one gets through Venkatesh, so they'll take 1. 12 off 4. Abid Khan, who perhaps looks more likely to chase these runs down, 14 off 9, back on strike. It's along the ground, work to do for Aji Chaco, comes around to the cow corner, picks up, they're on a run on the arm. The throw slightly wide, they'll get back for 2. 10 off 3. Totally unbiased Myra Baloch next to me saying, come on, hit a boundary. Perhaps plays for India Club. I don't think last year when they weren't India Club All-Stars you were cheering that much, but this year. Here we go. 3 left. Oh, that's been scooped out beautifully. I think that's going to make the boundary, is it? No, the foot gets down onto the ball. But they will get back for 3. 7 off 2. 1 short. Oh, my goodness, it's all happening. That's going to take us some time. We're going to have to... Okay. So 8 off 2. They need 2 4s or a maximum and a 2, or I don't know, maybe an extra. Hang on, now the wickets are falling down. Well, we want some excitement in game 1 and we are getting it, Myra. Down to the wire. Roshan on strike. Doesn't get a hand on that one, but it's hit the stumps. They should run for a second because they'd have to pull the stumps out. They only take 1. The Titans should get this one now. Just a legal delivery from Venkatesh. Though a maximum would give us a tied game. This game probably deserves that, to be honest. Abid Khan, if he can find a maximum, we'll finish game 1 and share the points. Venkatesh taking big, deep breaths. He's had a long day out there. He spent a lot of it batting. He's been out in the field for the full 20 as well, bowling his final delivery of 4 overs, 1 for 37. Probably player of the match, would you say, Myra?
Could be, yeah.
Hey, if it's a maximum and it's a tied game, I still think the man that scored 65 and got a wicket probably gets it. And a couple of 60s, some 50s. Here we go. Final delivery, if it's legal. It's legal. It's along the ground. A pumped-up Venkatesh knows that the Titans have got the win in Game 1. As they only take the single. And it'll be a 5-run victory to India Club All-Star. Man of the match, Venkatesh Bimini, with a 65 and a wicket and that final over. He's down on his knees, gets a hug from his teammates. The captain is in there as well. We'll have a look at the batting and bowling card, Myra, before we wrap up the broadcast of Game 1. There it is, the batting led by 2. Akash Yadav with a fine 57 off 34, and the opener Hamid Khan 46 off 29. A handy 25 from Ricky Singh and 18 from Samay. And at the end, a nice little 34-run partnership, just falling short by 5 runs. Have a look at the bowling card for the Titans. They missed out on a few chances, a couple of dropped catches, 2 wickets to Giri and singles to Chandra Jafar, Venkatesh Bimini player of the match, and Ajit Chako. There we have it. Game 1 is in the books for the KCC Morning League 2025-26 season. It's a 5-run victory to the Titans. We'll be back tomorrow live from 7 a.m. for Grade 2's first game. It is, who is playing? Standard Chartered Bank up against IRC Charlie Bears. Make sure you join us live here on KCC Morning to YouTube from 7 a.m. tomorrow. But until then, from Myra Baloch in broadcast, Aaron Bush signing off.